The government's first duty and highest obligation should be public safety. With this quote, Madam Speaker, said by famous actor and former politician Arnold Schwarzenegger, I humbly stand before you as the Shadow Minister of Home Affairs to make a difference in this great nation. It is the government's responsibility to do what's in the best interest of its people. Thus, today I will be sharing my perspectives on the motion, safe usage of Guyana's roadways. Madam Speaker, the honorable members of the government deemed it fit to only ask that the citizens exercise more caution. I will not deny that the citizens aren't equally responsible concerning the usage of the roadways. However, we cannot turn a blind eye to what is happening around us in our society today. As the government, how can you ask the citizens to exercise extreme care when you have clearly failed to ensure maximum safety for our country's greatest resource, its citizens? Furthermore, today's situation falls clearly under the purview of our police force, which by all accounts squarely lacks enforcement mechanisms. How can we then criticize the civilians for being reckless when our police are failing to do their jobs? The entire system is flawed. A looming issue speaks directly to the fact that some of our traffic officers accept bribes to overlook traffic offenses. This illegality adds to the daily occurrence of traffic violations, since the public is aware that our police can be bought, which results in the perpetrators being set free. Moreover, the police force knows better than to partake in bribery, yet the problem persists. Furthermore, the public is not unfamiliar with this behavior, as is stated in an article published in the Guyana Chronicle on October 9, 2020. Furthermore, it is widely known that certain police ranks own a significant number of vehicles and assume they have a free pass to violate traffic laws. This is compounded by traffic officers turning a blind eye when they observe violations committed by vehicles owned by force members. This clearly empowers irresponsible driving and encourages others to follow suit. I beg our cops to let everyone face the consequences of their acts, regardless of who they are, since this country will not progress if authority feels they have the right to contravene traffic laws. Moreover, a direct quote from Stabrook News dated June 7, 2021 highlights a reporter's encounter with an interviewee. I recall speaking with a young lady a few years back who told me that she had only recently learned to reverse. I asked her how long she had her driver's license. She told me she bought her license 4 years ago. Madam Speaker, this remark demonstrates blatant contempt for traffic laws, as drivers can simply pay an officer to be in receipt of a license without taking the practical examinations. This also demonstrates that the drivers on our roads are unskilled and as a result prone to accidents. With these rampant occurrences within our great nation, how can we then make the roadways safer? Today we see the wanton lack in our country's security systems. We also witness how people fail to follow basic driving laws. As a result, our country needs, I repeat, needs to formulate stricter legislations to ensure maximum safety. Permit me, Madam Speaker, therefore, to propose an initiative to curb speeding and reduce traffic violations. I hereby propose that the solution be to contact insurance companies and set up a system whereby if drivers who adhere to traffic laws and are not in breach of any traffic tickets gain points to reduce their premium. However, rates for drivers who violate such laws should be raised. If they commit several violations, their driver's license should be suspended for a set amount of time. This approach has proven to be successful in many countries, and I am sure the same can be for this great land. Furthermore, a persistent national push to eliminate traffic offenses and allow the law to take its course on the errant ones, regardless of who they are, is vitally needed. Furthermore, our police officers should be appropriately compensated so that they do not have to accept bribes, and the sale of licenses should be stopped immediately. Our roadways will only be safer for our most valuable resources if laws are vigorously enforced. This is where the National Road Safety Council would need to be supported and appropriately empowered in order to have a more visible presence and enhanced influence throughout the year. In conclusion, Madam Speaker, I have shown you why we shouldn't solely blame our citizens, but rather the lack of proper law enforcement. If such can be fixed, we are surely on our way to a vision of a safer Guyana in the face of economic growth and the sustainability of lives. The fundamental purpose of government is to protect its citizens. With this quote by Arlen Specter, I thank you for listening.